Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a fantastic day so far. I hope today has been treating you well. In today's video I'm going to be talking to you about my favourite brushes and tools, etc. So this is eyeshadow brushes, it's face brushes, it's all of the tools that I use to apply my makeup, everything that I use on a pretty much everyday basis, and my recommendations to you if you are looking to start your brush collection or if you're wanting something quite specific. These are my recommendations for every category. And if you want to win a selection of my favourite tools, so this isn't everything that I'm going to be talking about today, I'm not giving away everything, but I have a face brush set, an eye brush set, I've got a sponge set, and I have an eyelash applicator that is a recommendation that I'm going to be talking about today. And if you want to win all of those, all you have to do is like this video, make sure that you are subscribed, and leave a comment down below. Every single comment is going to be entered to win. All you have to do is leave your Instagram handle in the comments, because I can't reply to you on YouTube. I can't send you a DM on YouTube to find your address, so just leave your Instagram handle, but don't put the little @ sign at the beginning, otherwise YouTube will flag it as spam and I will never see it. But all comments underneath this video are going to be entered. You have until the 1st of November to enter, and I personally will message you on Instagram from my personal Instagram page, which is just Milli Davison, the same as it is here, if you want to follow me over there to see any further updates from me. But let's just dive into all of the brushes that I recommend. Starting with a set that I got the most recently, and I have used these today, so they are a little bit green, but I did use these today. But these are my most recent brush purchase, and I am just obsessed. I cannot stop using them, so much so that I bought a set of 7 and then when I purchased an eyeshadow palette from this brand, I repurchased multiples of the brushes that I use the most. So these are the Cosmic Brushes eye brush set. Let me just take out the ones that are multiples here, because that will get confusing. So you get a set of 7. These are the brushes that you get. Obviously, like I say, I have just used these, so that's why they are green. I have literally just used these. I feel like if you are just starting out, this is a really great set because it has everything that you need, and they're also quite small brushes. I feel like quite often we go into, I know that when I first started buying eye brushes, I thought the bigger the better, it will cover a larger surface area, and that is just not the case. I love that these have tiny little fluffy brushes that are quite precise. You can get the colour right where you want it, but where this one specifically is one that I purchased another one of. This is the CB4, but these all come in a set, like I say, as 7, but you can buy them individually. I highly recommend the CB4, and I also highly recommend the CB1. These are the ones that I use the most. So we've got, this is basically the biggest that I would necessarily go now, the CB1, for really buffing something out through the crease. But I love that these are very precise brushes, and like I say, I have had these are my newest purchase, but I've had them enough that I've washed them a number of times, and they have always come up really nicely, come up really clean, but also I haven't noticed any sort of shedding from these, which is fantastic. I do believe that these will last a very long time, even though I've only had them, like I say, not very long at all. But for a smaller set, I think that set cost about £20 for 7 brushes. I think that is really great value, especially considering in that set I use every single one. There isn't a brush in that set that I have not used multiple times. I think that all of them really sort of hold their own space in my makeup application journey. I really love those ones. Another one, or another set that I really like, I have two sets, a set that's purple and a set that's white. I have a set of these to give away. These are, they're a 12-piece set, but I'm fairly certain you can buy these individually. These are from Beauty Bay. Again, for a set that is very, very affordable, that wash very, very well, that are staples in my makeup routine. Like I say, I use these all the time, and these are all like very, very similar sizes, but I'm fairly certain you can buy these individually. So we've got the BB203, which again is like really as big as I would go. Then slightly smaller is the BB204. Again, I just love the way that these apply the makeup, but also they wash incredibly well, they last incredibly well, they always come up like sparkling clean. Like I just washed this one, and like I don't feel like that they stain very easily, these ones. These are a synthetic fibre, all of them are, but really, really rate the Beauty Bay sets. If you are just starting out, I feel like the sets are great. You also get like spoolie brushes that I think are great again. So it has like a spoolie on one side. That is filthy, I need to wash it. And then like a liner brush on the other side. If you were wanting to do powder like through your brows, I would use that brush for like a winged liner, maybe even a lip liner sort of a thing. But really useful to have like a spoolie. And again, if you're starting out, a set like that is great, and that is included in the giveaway as well. I also just quickly wanted to mention I only have 2 of these brushes, but they have both been beautiful. These are the MUA eyeshadow brushes. I haven't cleaned these ones, so they are dirty, but again, just a really great size. Like I say, sometimes brushes can just be huge and they just overtake like your whole eye. The MUA ones I find are just the perfect size, like the 2 that I have here, which don't have any sort of numbers on or anything, but I've got 2 of them, and I would absolutely repurchase these again. I've had these for about a year, I think. Obviously washed multiple times in that time, and both have lasted incredibly, incredibly well. So on to face brushes. I haven't tried any face brushes from Beauty Bay, I don't believe. I don't think I've tried any face brushes from Cosmic Brushes either. But for face brushes, I highly, highly recommend this set. And I have this one that is going into the giveaway as well, but I just wanted to show you the set. This is the Real Techniques Everyday Essentials set. It comes with a sponge. I don't necessarily recommend the sponge. I have another sponge that I want to talk about. But this comes with the blush brush that I've got multiple of, the setting brush that I've got multiple of, and the expert face brush, the Real Techniques expert face brush, that again, I have got multiple of. It comes with an eyeshadow brush. I don't necessarily recommend the Real Techniques eyeshadow brushes. I just find that they are a bit of a strange size and shape for me. Like if I show you that up close, that looks quite big in my opinion for an eyeshadow brush. However, I recommend this for the others, and these are often incredible value. I think I got this on Amazon and I don't think it cost very much at all. So I highly, highly recommend that set because, like I say, the blush brush, I'm fairly certain you can buy these individually as well. The blush brush, I have one for bronzer and one for blush. The perfect fluffy brush for applying bronzer and blush. Even though it's a blush brush, I think that it's perfect for bronzer as well. Like it's perfect for powder products. I would also, if I was the kind of person that would set all over my face, I would probably get another one of these for setting powder as well. But these for powder products, you can't go wrong. Like they're just absolutely fantastic quality. Also in that set you get the Real Techniques expert face brush. I do actually think that you could apply foundation with a brush like this, and again I've got multiple. I have more in my thing over there, but for a cream or liquid or like a putty, you know, like the e.l.f. putty bronzer and blush, that sort of a thing, or a liquid like a liquid highlight, that sort of a thing, these brushes are perfect because they're quite densely packed. In fact, if I just hold this up, they're quite densely packed, but I feel like they are also quite fluffy, but they're also quite precise, where maybe you're wanting to do sort of a cream contour, this will like get into the cheekbone. I also use these for like contour down the side of the nose. I don't contour but that is what I use for anything that's not a powder, anything that's like a liquid or a cream, something like that, because it's dense enough to pick up that product if you're having to get it like out of a pan, but also if it's sort of a liquid that you're dotting onto the face, it's dense enough to like move it around sufficiently. And again, I've got one for bronzer and one for blush. I've also got one for concealer. This is really, really great for concealer, and I will also use these for a liquid highlight. This one I haven't used in a while, but I do still really, really like. It is the Real Techniques 241 Seamless Complexion. This is really, really dirty. Don't judge me. This for foundation, it smooths foundation on so flawlessly. It really does like apply the thinnest layer, but because it's a brush, it doesn't soak up any of that product, so it gives you a really great amount of coverage. This one also for concealer, to like really get up under your eye if you're wanting to use perhaps concealer sort of all over your face, which is what I generally do on an everyday, because I will always sleep through my alarm. For like applying concealer like right up under the eye and then sort of blending it over the face very, very sort of widely. Really, really like this one. And again, all of these Real Techniques ones wash incredibly well, always come up beautifully clean. I probably should have washed them before I just showed them to the internet, but you can see that these are well loved brushes. When I say that I use these every single day, I mean I use these in every single video. Like if you watch literally one more of my videos, you will see that I use these every single day. So the other brush that you get in that set is the 402, which is a, I think it says that it's a setting brush. Yeah, 402 setting brush. Compact, tapered shape, precisely applies any formula for the ultimate finish to your look. I do use this for setting powder, but only because I like quite a small amount of setting powder, like right up under my eyes and sort of right in between my brows. I don't use a lot of setting powder, so I do like this brush for that. However, the real star that this brush does is for highlight. It's the perfect size for applying a powder highlight because it's quite precise, because it is sort of fluffy but tapered and it doesn't go too wide. I feel like applying a highlight with this and then sort of buffing it out ever so slightly really creates a beautiful diffused highlighted look. And this one again is another staple in my makeup application. Then this is another one that like is sort of a little bit random, it's not in a set. This is the Technic, now I need to remember the name because it doesn't say on it what it is. It's the Technic angled concealer brush, I do believe, and again, this one is dirty, do not judge me. This is sort of the same shape as the Real Techniques Seamless Complexion, where it's almost angled. Do they say that this is like a kitten paw? Is that what they call this? Which, if you haven't seen my channel before, I am the crazy cat lady. This is the perfect size if you do your eyeshadow first and then you're wanting to apply concealer like round it. This is the perfect size. Again, it blends it in, it taps it out, and it leaves the full amount of pigment behind. This is just the perfect concealer brush for me. I've been looking for a brush like this for the longest time, and this is absolutely it. I absolutely love this brush. Like, it's just, again, the perfect size, the perfect shape, washes beautifully. If you're going onto the Technic website just to order this, like, it's not worth it for that. But if you're doing a Technic order, which I already have a video up earlier in the month with my Technic recommendations with like their newest releases and stuff, if you're wanting to pick anything up from Technic, I highly recommend that you check out the brushes. This is the only one that I have, but I'm definitely interested to try more from them because it's just the perfect concealer brush, in my opinion. Then the last brush that I wanted to talk about is this one from Made by Mitchell. Now, I do believe I received this with a blush. This is the MF2. I would not use this for blush. Would you use a brush that, can you see the size of that? Yeah. Would you use a brush like that for blush? Like, in my opinion, that is much too small. I love this for a setting powder. So if I hold this up with the Real Techniques setting brush, they are similar, but can you see where the Real Techniques one is ever so slightly smaller and like the bristles are slightly shorter? In my opinion, that means that that's perfect for highlight, where this is perfect for setting powder. And where it's not very dense, it is a very fluffy brush. It just applies the right amount of setting powder and sort of diffuses it really, really nicely. And again, I've got a couple of these that have come in like various different sets, and both of them I use for setting powder. I suppose I could use this for a highlight, but I try to keep them separate because I don't want to mix up, like, if it's got highlight on it, I don't then want to go in with a setting powder, you know. I like brushes for like separate things. So that for setting powder, very loosely applying like a little bit of setting powder, either a pressed or a loose powder. This works fantastically well with both. Then onto the tools. Again, I have just used this, so it is dirty. This is the EcoTool's biodegradable sponge, and I'm not going to show you it any closer than this, but just know this is very well loved. Again, I have got a set of these to put into my giveaway, so if you're wanting to try these sponges, in my opinion, these are the softest sponges and they last the longest. It says on them to change them every month. I definitely don't change them every month just because I feel like they last so well. They wash incredibly well, and they're just the softest. And I feel like they apply the product the nicest. And I mean, a sponge is a sponge. You are not going to get me spending whatever it is on a beauty blender. Absolutely not. But I think I get a set of 2 of these on Amazon, and I think they're about £6 for 2. So that I am happy to pay. And again, if you haven't tried these, then enter the giveaway because I've got a set of these to give away to you as well. Another Amazon find, little triangle puffs. These are just very basic little triangle puffs. I actually put these in the wash, just in the washing machine with my clothes, and I put them in, I mean, you can get little like laundry bags for putting like your delicates in to like protect them from the wash. I put these in reusable vegetable bags. You know when you go to the supermarket and they make you pay 30p for a reusable like net bag? I put these in that to protect them from the wash, but they always come up like perfectly clean. And yeah, some of them have like started to open a little bit, but God, they're just so affordable. I've tried multiple little powder puffs. The couple of quid ones from Amazon last the same amount of time. Like, I have some that are more expensive and they have come out of the wash looking like they've been in the war, but I think that the Amazon ones again are just absolutely like the same quality and a lot more inexpensive. Then the last product that I wanted to mention, and again this has got stuff all over it, but an eyelash applicator. If you apply any sort of fake lashes, I was using tweezers, like just regular tweezers, for the longest time, and actually the tweezers that I was using were ones that I got in a sewing machine, so they didn't even really meet at the end. These have made it so much easier to apply fake lashes and also like sort of wiggle them around if I need to give them a bit of a scoochy around. I don't know why I'm doing that as if I'm wearing fake eyelashes today, I'm not, but absolutely, like, why did it take me so long? I actually enjoy the application process for applying fake lashes so much more now that I have a little tool to like basically do it for me. And this was from Studio London. Again, I've got Superdrug's own brand. I have a set of these to give away as well. So that is everything that I wanted to talk about today. I would love to know, do you have any recommendations for me for eyeshadow brushes, face brushes, or tools that you think will make the application of my makeup that much better? I do also really recommend like a hand fan. I'm looking around because I know I have one in here somewhere. Oh, it's down here. I got this from, right, I live in Yorkshire, so we have got a shop called Yorkshire Trading where you can literally buy anything. You can get like, you can get clothes, you can get your cleaning stuff, you can get kitchen stuff, you can get stationery, like you can get anything. And I got this from there like a couple of years ago. A hand fan. I'm sure you could get like, it's just made of like a very flimsy paper. I'm sure that you could get one on Amazon, or even like an electric one. If you are the kind of person that applies a lot of setting spray, definitely me, then it's very, very useful to have a fan to like dry that all down. I highly recommend one of these as well. So that is everything. That is all of the products that I wanted to recommend today. Just tacked on a hand fan on the end. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found it useful, don't forget to give this one a big thumbs up. If you want to enter the giveaway, don't forget to comment down below with your Instagram handle but without the little @ sign, so that your comment will actually come through to me. I hope that you've had a fantastic, fantastic day, and until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye.